Most heist stories end with handcuffs or failure, but this one was never about the bank. It was about a system that robs us daily. And Jonathan, maybe he vanished, but his message, still here. Not every hero wears a cape, and not every criminal belongs in jail. Sometimes, it takes a lawbreaker to show us the law itself is broken. So tell me, what would you do if you found out you're living in a stage play, and all the heroes are just actors? The cops arrived, but the bank was empty. No suspects, no evidence. Security footage gone, except for one video recorded by the girl's toy camera. The FBI launched a full-blown investigation, but nothing turned up. Jonathan vanished, so did the crew. But 1 week later the world found out. A 2-minute video dropped online. Jonathan, grinning into the lens, "I didn't steal for money. I stole to prove something. The system you trust. It's the real thief." The video exploded. Some called him a hero, others, a criminal. But the money, every cent donated, quiet wire transfers sent to struggling families all over the city. Each one came with a simple message, from someone who believes you deserve better. Everything was smooth until Marcus started to lose it. He pulled out his weapon and began yelling. Leo screamed over the radio, "You got 3 minutes. Cops are rolling up." Sabrina tried to calm Marcus down, but he was spiraling. Then, bang! A bank employee tried to be a hero. He got shot. Jonathan saw it all through the feed. Time for Plan B. He triggered the emergency route, a hidden exit behind the vault. The team disappeared underground, into a tunnel Jonathan mapped out months ago. But the girl, she saw their faces. All of them. Tension was thick, everyone in position. Leo in a matte black Charger parked 2 blocks down. Marcus prepping gear. Sabrina inside the bank, playing it cool. Jonathan in a small apartment, eyes on screens, fingers dancing on a keyboard. At exactly 10:13, Marcus walked in dressed as a maintenance worker. 1 minute later, Sabrina signaled from the manager's office. Suddenly, lights out. Total blackout. Security systems offline. Panic. Jonathan took control from his laptop, overriding cameras, unlocking inner doors, locking the vault. The bank was theirs.
Don't move.
But what they didn't count on was a 9-year-old girl inside the bank, holding a toy with a tiny built-in camera, and she saw everything. Jonathan wasn't gonna do this alone. He needed a crew, but not just any crew. First recruit, Sabrina, operations manager at Federal Unity Bank. Smart, bold, and hated the system more than Jonathan did. She didn't even ask many questions, just nodded and said, "I'm in." Second, Marcus, ex-military explosives expert, dishonorably discharged for, let's say, discipline issues. Loved chaos. When Jonathan shared the plan, his eyes lit up like Christmas. Third, Leo, a street racer legend known as Ghost Rider. The guy could drift a school bus through a drive-thru. He lived for adrenaline. The team was locked in, each with a reason. The target, Federal Unity Bank. Friday, 10:13 a.m. sharp. Jonathan Miller, 32 years old, a guy you just can't read. Some days he looks like a genius, other days like a full-blown maniac. He was a computer tech, but not your average geek. This dude could hack into anything and make it sing. What pushed him to rob a bank? One moment, one unfair moment. One night, Jonathan came home from work late, walked into his apartment and found a termination letter from his company. The reason? He uncovered embezzlement by his manager and reported it. But instead of a reward, he got fired. His boss had connections. That was the day everything snapped. Jonathan spent 2 weeks in his apartment, eating ramen and drinking cold coffee. At night, he was planning, not just revenge, something bigger, a hit that would shake America. He didn't want the money, he wanted to expose the system. It was just another regular day in Detroit. Sun's out, people heading to work. No one had a clue that at exactly 10:13 a.m. everything would flip. A bank robbery. Yeah, we've seen that in movies. But this one was different. Real different. Because everyone inside that bank, innocent. Except one. And the guy who planned the whole thing. He was sitting right in front of the camera, smiling. What really went down? Stick with me till the end, 'cause that ending, you won't see it coming.